Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here. Another day of wisdom and Astro-Gravitational report for you. Thank you guys for the comments. I appreciate it in there. Too was a great feedback for it. And to remind you, if you guys need me to look up your charts so you can schedule a session with me, you can look at the website. There is a contact form and the emails are in there for it. So if you need some any service, the services are available to you. They're affordable. They're not that. Okay. With that being said, currently working on to put an additional tab on the website that says about all the services, but this is in the progress. The question is to go back in there for it about progress. When the things come in heavy on life, what do you need to do? Okay. Usually the people, what they do is they try to get rid of it. Okay. If something gets too heavy on you, what are you trying to do? Let it go. Whatever it's connected to it. It's connecting to a person, if it's connected to a situation, it's connecting and so on, without you understanding that the luggage actually is your own. It's not a connecting with people, it's not a connecting with situations and so on and so on. It's connected with you. And without being said within this for it, the current situations that it's coming, even though that I mentioned it in there, the new moon that it's gonna come in at Libra, okay, for it. That is what it's preparing this relationship situations for it is gonna be a very powerful. But that is it about exactly about this, making the cardinal changes within yourself, with everything, and so on and so on. Is it preparing us for the evolution, for a revolution in there to it? We have to come to the point that recognize that something has to be changed, and there has been a lot of processes that right now are going, but it's going to require what? It's going to be require work, the cardinal changes in you to open up this baggage, this load within you, and start working on that load. And this is what this Capricorn energy of the moon it's gonna come in. She's gonna be triggering you early in the morning, and we're talking about that positions about particularly talking about with Venus that is a at Virgo. That is a that energy there. You gotta be healed the love within you, self-healing love. But you have to recognize that that is a the part of that work. Because in order to serve in the society, in order to be serving within this dignity and those energies, they're all in Capricorn. But you need to look at it within yourself. Okay? What is the true self within you? And the true self, that could be two things. The true self, that could be this higher level of you within the soul and so on in there, or the truth can be lying within your shadow. And this is why you need to be putting into this rough moments, these rough situations, to look at it in there. Because where there is no light around you, the only light is you. And that's what you need to be changed. So you need to open up that baggage, not remove it, not put it away, not getting it in there, but open it up. And now it's the time to do it. It's not just a talk or so on and so on for it. Not to be lazy, not to be this kind of like a distort energies within yourself. It's about you to put that discipline in the right place. And this is why it's going to be calling for cardinal changes within you, because you probably haven't done something for it. You know, the hardest things to do is actually changing yourself. The older you get, the harder it gets. It's more easier to change a child and explain things in there because they can be processing because they're kind of like empty pages. While you, as an adult, within you, you already have the script manual for so many things within yourself that it's kind of like a lot of this disorganization, mismatch within you. And because you have already that so much that information, that is what the load is. You need to unload things. You need to get it in there, and that is what this is. Because in order to develop the new habits in there, you have to face you, what you already have. Okay. So with that being said, the energy there at 7 o'clock in the morning, midheaven, it's pointing towards Uranus. A lot of that energy is connecting personally with this Neptune and Pluto, which is that's what this self-realizations leading to transformations that it has to come for it. But currently, everything is going to be focused on one thing. Are you talking to yourself and the authority? What are you telling yourself? You know, right now you can have this duality inside of you of facing this pressure of negativity in there for it, that kind of like a pushing your buttons to acting negative. While that is coming from this heavy load that you feel. Stop for a second, leave, take that load off, revise. What are you going to be taking with you into that self that you're developing? Because you are moving away from the shadow self from within you, and you're going forward to rebuild the higher self within you. Okay? That higher self that leads you. And that is what you're facing right now. Those two oppositions within yourself that they are fighting. And how you know this? You know this because you're talking to your authority in there. What you want to authorize. One of the authorities is going to be, hey, the old way. Hey, the new way is pulling the soul. And now the evolution is really coming in and asking you about this. For so with that energy, that facing in there to it is going to be heavy but it's going to worth it. You change yourself, you get yourself into that new positions, you're not going to be able to carry that heavy loads anymore with you, especially if you are emotionally wounded. Because right now, these emotionally wounds are coming out because Venus and Mars, they are in the positions, they're squaring. Saturn is there, putting limits. Okay? And you feel like everything is gone, the happiness is gone, and so on and so on. No, it's not gone. It's about you to set up your own happiness, heal yourself in there. Chiron is in areas, guys. Use it. Beautiful energy. And this is why the Sun and Mercury right here, they are trining Chiron. You're healing the authority within. You know what is the right thing. The soul, knows what to do. But the egos, his fears, in there that it's going to come in, those fears, they're going to fit these lower voices. It's like, I have this heavy luggage because of my job, because of my parents, because of my the way I am, because of my connection. I need to drop this. I need to drop that. I need to drop this. I don't like my job. I need a new job. I don't like my partner. I need to drop my partner. Stop for a second. This is what the premature actions of Mercury retrograde is coming. It's showing you the things. And on the way back, you're going to be able to do it. So just learn the patterns that needs to be broken. So once you fix it, the load to be heavy, not to be heavy on you, to be much more lighter. All right, talking about 8 o'clock, that facing right there about these emotions as the midheaven that part of the inner work that it's going to work in there, it's primarily connecting with what? With Venus. Venus is rising on the horizon. You're going to be able to see it in there. She is opposing Saturn. And here you're like, my God, I don't have this appreciating at work. The society doesn't appreciate me. I'm doing so much and so much, and there is no feedback. There is no this go back in there. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do, and guess what? Like, I'm not doing the right thing. What is the right thing to do? Look in the back, your load. Okay, look at it in there. It is there, but that load is gonna be more easier of where you are gonna go. Okay, and this is it. Like, don't bring your old self where you're going into the future. It's not gonna happen. The evolution is not gonna allow you to evolve if you're carrying old garbage with you, emotional or psychological or wherever the situation is. You're not gonna be able to pass through it. It doesn't matter what you're trying to gimmick, so on and so on and so on. It's not gonna happen. This is why Saturn right now is like, nope, you don't pass in the test, you're not dropping this, you're not getting a that, and so on. Oh, you don't have love from people at work. Do you have the love within the people at work within you? Take a look yourself. You have problems with the parents in there. Did they have love between them? Did they give you? Did you give them the love back? If you give them the love back, you're okay, you're cool. What about your partner? You're expecting something from your partner. Did you give that to the partner? Here, that's what is gonna comes in, because everything that you do with that give and take, emotionally, personality situations is in there for it. It comes from one place, authority. You are authorizing what to give and what to take. And if your authority is been learning from over the years so much crap, guess what? Mercury comes in to tell you, hey, this is has to go, 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 and this is has to stay. And now you creating a new manual for your authority. But when the sun is going to be moving into Virgo, you need to heal the pain of all this process. That is the part you don't realizing yet, but you will. So talking about those energies later on at 9 o'clock, they're going to continue as the day goes by. The midheaven's still going to be at Gemini. You need to understand that cardinal zodiac signs, those are the leaders. Okay, whatever you have in your chart as a cardinal signs, this is the point of leading. Whatever they match in a house, it tells you what you're good at it. Okay, the place where you can lead for it. The duality signs, when a day comes in, they are to create the balance of non-movable signs. You see, the one that's movable, the other is unmovable. Okay, this is why that correlations between those zodiac signs in there, they are going to be helping you to determine it, what is going to come and what is going to stay. I like this. I'm not going to change it. That's the unmovable signs in there. I'm going to be keeping it with me. And then there is the movable signs that, like Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and Pisces, which is you determine it. Oh, I want this, I want that. And undecisiveness of what you're going to do is going to come in, and as a help, it's going to come to you, is from the cardinal signs. When you make the cardinal changes. So you stop with the duality and moving forward. You already know that. You already know and understand these positions. All right, here is what we are talking about. That issues up here of this cardinal changes, where it's coming from. That you're going to be seeing at this at 10 o'clock energies that it's going to come. The moon at Capricorn is going to be opposing the inner work. And here is the ascendant that shows up here. Look at that shadow and look at the road where you're going. You cannot continue to go this way. Yeah, it's not. It's something has to change. Otherwise, you feel the pressure, the tensions, the heaviness of life, and so on and so on. Release it. Release it. Things within yourself. Create those cardinal changes. There is a reason why everything is on a cross. Okay? There is a reason why there is these T squares. There is a reason about those oppositions. Because without the oppositions, you're not gonna know what you need to work on it. But right now, all this pressure, it's calling for what? Cardinal changes. Totally cardinal changes. All right. So talking about later on, after you understanding all this, the ascendant is gonna come and it's gonna be like, be wise when you do this. Yeah, the wisdom that you're going to need when you're sorting the things out from within yourself. It's not about the past, the friends, the people who were involved in your life, the parents, past partners, the current partner, anything. It doesn't matter right now. The only thing that it's matter right there is to get the wisdom and to see what do you have and where are you heading at. Okay, because what you have is what may need. You can't take everything with you because some of the stuff that you're getting with you, you're getting some of the pain from your friends, from your childhood, from your partners, from your parents, and personal development there. And this is why those cardinal changes is gonna be critical. And this is why this pressure is like, it is what it is. Enough is enough. It's time to do the right thing. Yes, you're gonna finding it out in the next hour, which is that's gonna be at noon. For it, that is gonna be talking about these divine energies with the moon. Very very proper energies up there. Talking about this authority, and you're seeing it. That currently all that energy is like right in here, talking about this shadow side of the relationships and the past of the relationships. They're coming with that authority. That the authority have to authorize this, but the authority knows what? Knows the road. Your authority of the soul knows the road. That is what is this is gonna be learning up here with a Mercury and the Sun. They are very want fast to go ahead and do this job because this pressure it's kind of like it cannot be handled too much. But that energy it is squaring Uranus. Uranus says like straighten up the relationship, guys. Very powerful divine energies that it's gonna come with us. Authority here is that we're talking about it's 1 o'clock energies in there looking at what is it at the end. You're gonna get in at the end when you get to the end. If you're just sitting in there and thinking about the end without proper actions, there is nothing is gonna come out. But how do you know the answers? Who knows the answers? As you see at the ascendant here at Scorpio, that is that energy with the moon that unifies with Venus. In the depth, in the shadow within your depth lies the love, the primary spark when you were created in the universe. But you need to go where? Into the shadow because the shadow knows the road as well. And this is what the shadow is happening. It's what you have to take it off. That is this purpose. And you're going to see it. By the end of the day, you're going to be seeing it how the authority in the Mercury is like, it's time to have this honest talk within myself. All right, talking about this energies for, we had that energy of Venus that she had that within the divine energies with the North Node. She had that situations, but right now Venus is like, hey, intuition, help me out. I need to know, I need to understand how to get to this. And the intuition is like, how can I help you when the job is not done? How can I help you when the load is heavy? How can I help you when the society is not changed? How can I help you when you have not done these cardinal changes within yourself so you can attract what you need Okay, you have a goals, you have this, and you have that. You did the job. And this is gonna come from Saturn, and those angel wings from all this is gonna come. And you have to remember when the intuitions was here at Scorpio. We are talking about a few days back. That divine energies was pointing out towards Mars. Don't get angry. Don't destroy everything. Don't make it add up. But look, you're here to create peace, prosperity, love, creations, and make the world beautiful. And this is what the society right now it's gonna come. That the people's gonna be like, wait a minute, what are we doing? Are we destroying our planet? Are we destroying the life? Are we destroying ourselves? Wake up. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for coming in. Wake up. What's going on? We're doing something wrong. It can't be like 40 years ago. We had everything perfect in there with the weather and no problem with diabetes and so on and so on and so on. Now, for 40 years, we destroyed a lot of the earth. What did we did? What did we change? We need to go back. But it's the same thing within yourself. That's where it started in there. If you look at yourself, for it, the primary thing is your changes. You need to change yourself, and Pluto is asking for that. And you're going to see it tomorrow because the moon is going to be a very powerful. I'm telling you that the moon tomorrow is going to be a very powerful. Your intuition is going to be very transformative because you want to go into the new paradigm, to these beautiful downloads that you got, to the you want to live through the moment. You want to be part of the change because that will remove that load from you. Because when you arrive to the place that you're going, to that destiny, to that north node there, you're going to be proud of yourself. And that's how you're going to evolve. It is what it is. Don't know what it is. It is what it is. And it always it is what it is. All right, talking about 4 o'clock energy, says the midheaven is right in here at Libra. You already know that energy there was and the ascendant in there too. That cardinal changes that it needs to come from it, and you see it. The ascendant there is that it's Sag. It is kind of like this voices is gonna comes in within you of the lower self, and they're gonna agitate. They're gonna push this march to the limit, but it's the same time the midheaven is like, hey, wait a minute, what are you talking like this? And from there, that energy is gonna go into the north node. You have destiny to go. You have mission to fulfill. You have this life to live, to make the balance. Okay, to make a balance. And the moon right now that it's up here, she's like, it's required general changes, totally changes of what you are. So there's going to be a lot of awakening going on. People who are awakening in there right now, they're really going to have a hard time. Yeah, but that hard time comes in because there was a chances before to awaken and they didn't. Now, even for the people who awaken and they already went through this, for them is like walking into the forest, that's okay. Walking into the ice, that's okay. Done there, been there, done there, right? And so on with this, Stephanie. This is what I was born for, helping to bring a new world, new paradigm, new frequency, new humanity. We're all born with that. Take a look at it, your Aquarius. What do you got in there? Where is that fall off in there? You got any planets? Okay. What houses that is? Now you're gonna be figuring things out there. Why did you decide to be born like this? Especially with the people who have the moons in there in Aquarius, because that is the intelligence, the intellect, the intuition, the moon. Pay attention if you have that. There's the reason why I'm telling you this for it. All right. Talking about that moon right there, 4 at 6 p.m., that is going to be this energy of the moon that is like, I have to do something. Aquarius in the third house, that's mean that friendshipness. Create teams, create friendshipness, but you also maybe gonna have some issues with duality. Is that a friend or a foe? And most of the time, when you are approaching this through friendliness and so on and so on, you may gonna find out later on that the friends are actually foes. They try to use you on there and so on. And when you bring new ideas and new things and new situations is in there, most of the people don't accept it because they still living. It's like, this is how I always been, and we're not gonna make changes. And you're like, oh boy, right? But it's a very good positions because you can be able to create your surrounding with the proper people in there, Stephanie. So it's in a way it's a very good because that's gonna be making your transitions in there because of Capricorn. It's probably your fourth house in there, which is you're probably gonna be working from home or doing a home service, something for it, or you are gonna be a public servant from home, a social worker, and so on and so on, or doing some work for, I don't know, answer a call for officials and so on and so on. It all depends of how does that go in there for you. So seeking at that inside of you in there for it, you'll know your chart the best. Of course, if you guys need some personal readings, they're available. As I said, they are affordable and not like arm and a leg. All right, so they'll go back into the energies up here for it. This is it. Energy at 7 o'clock. You're gonna see this preview about tomorrow. I work in a health as a naturopath. There you go. Typical Capricorn energies. Public servant. You know, Capricorn is the doctors, and the emergency medical technicians, firefighters, policemen, all there. Politicians for it. Of course, there is a black and white politicians. There's the good and the bad cops, and there's the good doctors and the bad doctors. And there, it all depends how this energy is affecting in there. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. No problem. Up here, and this is what I want to pay you the attentions right now within this energy right here. Okay, at 7 o'clock tomorrow, that energy is going to be really, really powerful. Okay, so here's what's going to be looking tomorrow. I'm talking about this union here. You see, this, it is about that, to teach your authority. You're going to get down messages in here. The moon and the Pluto is going to be start coming here, but that divine energy is from the intuition in there for it. It's going to come into the authority. That is it when your picture as a family. That is it when at the moment tells you the wisdom in there, and your authority accept it in there, because that intuition is your support. But at the same time, the authority have to provide the environment for the intuition. What happened in there? The beautiful love. That new moon ignition that was there. Now the intuition learns is like, oh, I have to do my dignity But that's gonna be tomorrow, guys. Okay. But right now, you're gonna be able to get this glimpses in there at this time. So pay attention. There's gonna be some guidelines for you. Okay. And talking about the 8 p.m., the ascendant is going to be going on to Aquarius, opposing the sun. Of course, you know, when you don't listen to intuition and you want to have this stubbornness authority in there. I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice. And now, the moon, when we have this full moon in there in Aquarius, it's going to be exactly that. And this is when the intuition is going to be rebel. But if the intuition rebels in there, it's going to be for a good reason or for a bad reason. It's in there. You're all going to find out by the actions you are going to be determining later on. But you still don't know the full story. Mercury haven't told you everything yet. You have not moved forward there. You haven't learned, because you need to unlearn what you already have learned so you can relearn the proper way. Yeah, too much going on right now, guys. I know I can feel the energies in there. So, and yeah, it's not easy, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay, talking about 9 o'clock energies, this midheaven, it is about those expressions in there, the expressions of the universe. It's expressing somehow, some way, some reason, a video, a show, or a movie, a song, or even when you walk in the streets, maybe somebody says something there. Or you can go to the museum, look at it. What do the people have their past expressions about life? That is one of the best place to do. Or you go to some of the temples, the churches is in there. That is also expressions of the divine is in there. Okay? Even if you go to this beautiful Muslim Jamia, you know, the Muslim temple in there, you're gonna see these ornaments inside of it. Or if you've been in the Hindu temple and you see all the gods light up in there, and then you see all the planets that has been there. You go ahead and see the Shivalingas, or you go into a Christian church. You know, these parts of life and journey of the soul that is expressed to it. I know it's a 9 o'clock p.m., but you can turn on your computer and you can see it, right? You can research it in there. All right. Talking about 10 o'clock energies, the midheaven is going to be with the moon. You're finally realizing at the end of the day, okay, intuition says I have to do some work, so I'm going to do some work. And that is it about those divine energies towards Mars. It's like, hey, put the divine here and stop being acting with this fighting and so on and so on. You have a job to do. You have a job to do. Your personal happiness, your love, everything. Everything you're waiting for you and the future. But you can't go to that future yet. You have things. So this is what's going to be that message at 10 o'clock. Okay? This is what that is going to be. But the next hour is important, because this is going to be for tomorrow. All those energies here with the sun is beginning to engaging within those energies for it. Probably overnight you're going to have a lot of downloads, including tomorrow. This is going to begin right now, but those energies, they're going to start working on you. The divine is going to tell you, you haven't learned this properly, you have not changed this, you have not changed that, and so on. You have a hard time changing, thinking about it. Why do you have the hard time changing? Because you're holding to something. The more you hold into something, the more it's going to be painful. The more you're walking within the peace, the better the journey will be. Okay, because you're in a peace with what you have. All right. So that's what this is. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the comments in there. We'll keep you posted on those energies. Maybe at some point I'm going to be coming live and have a Q&A session for you guys up here. If there is one of those, I'm going to be kind of like a posted where it's going to be. All right, guys. So that's all I have for you. And I will see you the next time. Thank you so much for watching. Be loved. But the most important is be loved to yourself. Self-love is the key of healing everything in you that is going to be evolving everything that is around you. What is it within you? It's what's going on. Okay? That's all I have for you. Be loved. Oh, you're welcome, Stephanie.